Hi guys, how are you doing? This is from techcentury and welcome to my unboxing and first look of the Microsoft Surface 2. So here we already see the packaging of the tablet, which looks very nice in my opinion. So we have this glossy 2 right here to indicate that this is the second generation, and of course Surface branding also and Microsoft. Now this is the Surface version with Windows RT, so this is not the Surface 2 Pro, and also this isn't actually my tablet, but I'll just forward it to a good friend of mine, Marcos, who you'll probably also see in the comments section down below, and he just gave me the permission to unbox this. And because I'm also very interested in this tablet and just to try it out, I'm gonna take the time to try it out for a day and then forward it to him. But enough about that. And so here we just see the box. It's very wide, especially if you're used to an iPad box, and that's also because it has the 16:9 aspect ratio. Now on the back we just see some of the key specifications. So this is the 32GB version, and also just Surface 2 again, and of course also you'll have the Office 2013 RT applications included. So you'll have Outlook, you'll also have Word, Excel, and of course also PowerPoint. So then here at the bottom we'll have this seal that we'll cut. Now in terms of price, at least here in Germany, the Surface 2 retails for around 400 euros, and I was actually able to get a really good deal and picked it up for 379. So I think that's a pretty good deal, especially considering that you also get a full HD display as well as also a Tegra 4 quad-core processor, which is quite powerful. So here we then have another seal on the side. So let's cut this, and then we can open the box. And also very nice presented here, the tablet, and this also explains why the box is this big. The Surface doesn't really take up the whole space. We also have the cable and the little power brick right here. So here talking about the power brick, looks very nice. And then of course we'll have the specific country adapters. So here this is for Germany or Europe, and so you'll just slide this adapter on and then you're good to go and use it. Now on the other side we actually have here a magnetic portion that attaches to the Surface itself. So this kind of reminds me of the MagSafe adapter that you, for example, also get with devices like the MacBook Air or MacBook Pro. And so this looks very nice. I'm definitely a big fan of these magnetic cables, because if you trip over the cable, then they usually just pull out and the tablet or even laptop doesn't fall down. So that's definitely good to see. Next up we get the Surface itself, and first impressions are very nice, very slim actually, and also pretty lightweight. I didn't expect it. So first impressions are very, very nice. Also the back looks pretty good. So I'll put this to the side for a second to just see what else we get. So here we basically just have the instructions, and then that's it. So just congratulations on the purchase, and SkyDrive information, Skype, and so on. And then of course also the user manual, but that's not really too interesting. So let's put the box to the side and let's take a look at the Surface itself. So we'll have this latch right here. And there we can take off the plastic and then just pull out the Surface. And here we already see the back, and now the camera should also focus in on this. And this is a silver finish, feels very nice. It's cool to the touch, so I think it's some kind of aluminum construction with magnesium or something, so very nice material. Also we'll have this strip, I assume, here for the reception, for example, of Wi-Fi and the other signals. Then also we'll have a camera here on the back that is pretty nicely angled. And then of course also we'll have one of the big standout features of the Surface tablets, which is the integrated kickstand. So basically we can just flip it up like this, and then we have the stand integrated, which I think is a very nice feature. And new also on the Surface 2 is that we actually have now two angles. So we have this wider angle right here, or this narrow one right there. So that's very nice to see. Now if we just take a tour around the device, as I mentioned before, we have the backside camera right here. Then also here on the right side of the tablet we'll have one of these speakers, then the micro USB port, Also here a standard USB port, which is really nice to see on a tablet. And then here the magnetic connector for charging the tablet that's included in the box. And then here on the bottom we'll have the connectors for the touch cover and type cover. And then here on the other side we actually have here this little latch where we can just pull out the stand. Also volume up and down, a 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as another speaker. And then on the top, of course, we'll have the on and off switch. First impressions, again, very nice. And so I can't really wait to try out the tablet. Let's see if this actually has any juice to power it on, and that actually already boots up. Now this is usually where the unboxing would end, but because I'll forward this tablet very fast to Marco so that he doesn't have to wait too long, I'll make sure to use it for a couple of hours and then come back to you guys to just like give you my first impressions with the tablet. So make sure to stay tuned and we'll take a look at how I like the tablet after using it for a while. Hi guys, so I'm back here with the Surface 2, and actually not a couple of hours later but almost a day. It's very early in the morning. And now I had the chance to actually try out the Surface 2 for around 24 hours. And I have to say something that I didn't expect to happen is just that I'm very impressed by the tablet. First off, the design. I think also with the kickstand this looks very elegant and kind of futuristic even. And I also don't mind the Windows logo. I think it matches actually the tablet very well. Also, the kickstand I think is really one of the highlight features, because it's just so nice to actually have a kickstand integrated that you don't need like a case, for example, like the smart cover or smart case with the Apple iPad to just prop it up in order to watch a movie. Also that you have two different angles is very nice, and overall also the build quality is absolutely excellent. And you can also, for example, expand the storage using MicroSD cards back here, and even the charger with this magnetic connection is very nice. So yeah, I guess you already get the picture. I'm just very impressed with the Surface 2. Also just the build quality and also the overall design I think looks absolutely great. And in general I'm just so much more impressed than I kind of expected to. Now there's no really like way around the fact that this is certainly limited in terms of apps. So here we have the store, the App Store, and we see definitely games like Asphalt 8, which are also available, for example, on iOS or also Android. So there are definitely a couple of good titles, also like FIFA 14. And if you just go in general into games here, then we also see some other titles, for example, also like Star Wars Assault Team, and also of course Halo Spartan Assault, which is one of the exclusive titles here just for Windows RT. That's definitely very nice. Now, in addition to that, just in general, also the performance is very fast. It has a Tegra 4 processor, which is just in general an absolute powerhouse. And just in general, there are definitely a couple of apps missing. But then again, for example, things like Twitter are definitely here, Viber even, and of course also other web browsers. But there's definitely no doubt that there are a couple of big apps missing. But then again, there's actually an internet browser that's very nice in terms of performance. So actually I watched Champions League last night here, as you can see right there, and this works absolutely flawlessly. Now, if we just, for example, go to a different web page like The Verge, then we just also see that the performance is very nice. Also the on-screen keyboard has really impressed me. There's no doubt about that. And just in general, as you probably already hear, I'm just very impressed with the Surface 2. I think it's a fantastic tablet. Also the screen is excellent. It's a 1080p screen and it just looks perfect. The colors and also the viewing angles are amazing. And so here we just see that also picture intense sites or just content intense sites like The Verge work absolutely flawless. The browsing and just the scrolling overall is very smooth and elegant. So I'm absolutely blown away actually by the Surface 2, because you hear so much bad stuff about the tablet, and then also the price is pretty amazing. At least here in Germany it usually retails for around like 400 bucks, but there was actually an offer for 380, and for 380 I think this is basically a steal, because you get 32 gigabytes of onboard storage. You can also expand this using microSD cards. And here also you can see that, for example, the embedded videos on The Verge also work flawlessly on the Surface, and also, for example, just the live stream that I showed you guys earlier. Now I don't want to get into any like copyright issues, so I can just say I'm very impressed with the Surface. It's kind of sad to see this go, because as I mentioned also before in this video, this isn't my tablet, this is Marco's tablet, and I'm just forwarding the tablet to him. So Even though it's difficult for me, I'll pack it back into the box and I'll send it to him to Greece. And I just hope that he'll have a lot of fun with it. But I have absolutely no doubt. Also, the multitasking is very nice. And yeah, I'm just pretty damn impressed. So here, for example, we can just see how the Verge and then also the store works together, and both windows just absolutely work flawlessly. So it's definitely a powerhouse with a very nice screen, very nice build quality. Also just integrates kickstand, which is very nice. And then if you actually like put the touch cover or the type cover on top of that, I think this is a very nice tablet choice. So yes, I'm very surprised and very impressed, and this will also wrap up the video because I don't want to keep Marcos waiting any longer for this tablet to get into the mail. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of the Surface 2. Have you tried it, or what are your thoughts on it? Maybe it's just an iPad ripoff for you, or maybe you own one and maybe this is really a more productive way of actually using a tablet. I'm just eager to hear what you guys have to say. Maybe you're also as impressed as I am. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel for many more tech videos in the near future. Thanks again. See you next time.